Brought to you in association with Grendel Press. This is Werewolf the Podcast, a serial killer drama.
Hello, this is Wil your Werewolf, and this is Werewolf the Podcast. We are on episode 39. This is a bit of a different format. I've had lots of questions come in to clarify things about me being a werewolf. So I went and met a young girl up in Aberdeen at the weekend. Her name was... Anyway, that doesn't matter. And what we did was we did a little interview. I took it as like a little bit of a role play for her. Obviously, she didn't know I was a werewolf until it was a bit too late. So, I hope this is a little bit interesting. Some of the questions answered here are those that have been asked. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the podcast.
Where is it? Is this here?
We're recording, yes.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Will and I met last night, and he was really interested that I was doing my degree in performance art and theatre. Weren't you, Will?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really love performing for people, so he thought it would be great if I took the role of an interviewer in this little piece. He is role-playing the part of a werewolf of all things, and I'm playing the role of the hard-nosed interviewer. Ooh. And I can tell you all, he's a real hell of a beast between the sheets.
Was there really any need for that?
Oh, you should celebrate your successes. Anyway, so my name is...
Well, there's no need for that. You know, there's no need to tell him your name. It'll break the role-playing flow. And, you know, they might be able to identify you when you go missing as well. Let's say you're Opera Winfrey. How about that?
Okay. This is kind of fun. Are you going to eat me up, Mr. Wolf?
Okay.
Anyway, without further ado, introducing the werewolf himself, Will! Yay!
Thanks very much, Opera. Some of you may have read or listened to my original interviews of how I became the fluffy beast that I am. Many people have asked for more information on it all, so I thought I would try and answer some of the common questions raised in this little podcasty episode thing.
So what, are we doing like a radio show or something? I love this. Okay, here's the first question from Nicola H. What is a posit?
That's a great question, Opera. Well, a posit is what I call my werewolf parts. He's a separate entity with a mind and a consciousness of his own. He's been around for hundreds of his years, and his name is Fen.
Fen. Okay.
He was released from a wolf back in Surgut in Siberia during a horrible winter when two tribes, one a pack of feral wolves and one a feral pack of humans, were doing particularly badly during an extremely tough winter.
Wait. What do you mean he was released from a wolf?
So the wolf died, and when it died, it gave its soul to a human, and then they became the first werewolves.
So how did that happen?
Well, it was through using hallucinogenic drugs, and that was they used them to like communicate between the people and the wolf. I mean, it's magic and shamanic and all that bullshit movie shit. I don't get it either. I mean, they came up with a plan between the wolves and themselves, and the wolves would give their souls to the humans of the tribe, and this would make a combination of the tribes in a way which they would survive the winter. And I know it's all a little bit unbelievable, but it's fucking true.
Okay.
The posit is a wolf soul, and he's invisible to all except werewolves when needed. The posit and the human can combine to form either a wolf or a werewolf. I hope that answers your question, Nicola H. It was a great question.
Well, I mean, it maybe answers Nicola's question, but I've got a couple ones here. So you say you're either the wolf or the werewolf. Like, so what? You're not just a werewolf?
No, I can be a wolf or a werewolf when I combine with Fen.
Okay, so what do they look like? Different? Like, what's the difference?
Well, one looks like a wolf, Opera, and one looks like a fucking werewolf.
None in fashion. Anyway, well, that was interesting. I did not know that there was like a separate werewolf part of you. Like, I didn't realize that was like a separate entity. I've not seen this in any of the movies. That's like not a theme we ever hear of, is it? But that's amazing. Wait. Is he sitting here right now?
Yes, Opera. He's just sat to the left of you. He's actually telling me right now to kill you for being annoying.
Oh, has he got a little attitude problem? Can I give him a pet? Give him a little scratch behind
I wouldn't do that if I was you. I really wouldn't do that if I was you. Opera, don't do that, please.
Okay, next question is from Jamino3. Ooh, this one's a little bit scary and slightly exciting. I think we all want to know, but how does your transformation from this hot man turn into, like, what does it look like when you turn into a wolf?
Well, sadly, it's not really like you see in the movies, all that breaking and reforming of bones and stuff. The 5 minutes of change and the agony that creates in the movie magic is sadly too much time to take. It's almost instantaneous. The posit and the human just seem to soak into each other and form the wolf or the werewolf. He kind of runs into me and we seem to burst into the form that we want to be. It's not very cinematic, to be honest. I've timed it, and it seems to depend on in how much of a rush we are to transform. It can sometimes be like instantaneous. If you wear them during the change, the clothes that is, they just rip off and stuff. It's not great. I once got a power wedgie from a pair of hemp shorts.
Wait. Do you still have the shorts?
No. That stuff is so tough. So I normally try and remove my clothing before the change, to be honest. It's a little bit boring, but it's the bit that everyone wants to see. I don't know, it's just for some fucking unknown reason.
Oh, I think I would look cool, I must admit. I would quite like to see that.
Yeah.
But I guess not. That seems a little disappointing. I mean, there's always one of those, like, I don't know, it's like a crucial movie scene, isn't it? Like, you see all the ripping and the bones, and, like, everyone loves that, don't they? I always find it to be funny when, like, the actor would fall behind something, then, like, poof, they'd ping up and be a werewolf. I suppose we only see the good transformations in films like, what was it called? Werewolf in London? That was a good one. Okay, wait, let's move on. The next question is from Devil Dog. Ooh. They wonder if wolfbane is a thing that poisons you. That's a plant, is it not?
It certainly is, Opera. It's Aconitum napellus, I believe, also known as monk's head or a wolfsbane. I sound clever, but I actually googled it. It's supposed to be very poisonous to humans and werewolves, so I only imagine that it's used against people who are thought to be werewolves, and it killed them. I've no idea, to be honest, if it can hurt me or not. I had to look it up on Wikipedia even to know what it was, but I'll try and stay clear of it now, even though it's a beautiful flower. Sorry, I really don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, the next question is from Derpina. You might want to rethink that name, girl. Is the full moon a thing that really affects you? And if so, how?
Yeah, the moon really does affect werewolves. It makes us more susceptible to change. When I was younger...
Wait, changing into your beast.
Changing into a werewolf or a wolf. When I was younger and had to, I got to the point when I was completely linked to my wolf soul.
How old were you?
I was about 12 or 13. I would change for 4 days around the full moon. This was a huge pain in the ass, to be honest, and caused a lot of family issues. Well, family murders. As I have gotten older, I noticed that I can stop the change if I wish, but it's very difficult to do so. I tend to go with it, to be honest. The wolf and the human tribe, all that magic stuff happened on full moon night, so I blame it on the magic as per fucking usual.
Wait. So roll back here a bit. You mentioned murder, right? Okay, so you're a werewolf. How many people have you actually killed? I want to know, but this is also being asked by Alex with an A.
I have no idea, to be honest. I've never really kept count. I don't care about numbers. I mean, sometimes it's in the dark and you don't really even see who's there or what's there. It kind of all blurs into one. I only really remember the deaths of the memorable people. If I had to guess, it would be, I don't know, in the low thousands. I find this question kind of funny in a way. If you're a meat eater, that I assume you are, my darling, because of last night.
I thought we were listening.
Do you count all the chickens and animals that you've ever eaten? I find it weird when I have to explain to people that they're only a food and pleasure source. I don't care about counting you.
Have you never got caught though? Conan asked that, but again, I'm also curious.
Well, sometimes I do. In fact, half my stories start off with me getting busted. Killing people is always easy if you've got no links to them, so remember that the police tend to work on the fact that people who kill people have links to each other and they have reasons to kill them and shit. When it's a stranger with no motive, it's almost impossible to catch them, and most of my murders appear as missing persons, which is difficult to prove as a murder if there's no body. If I make the killing as a werewolf and that gets out, then the authorities tend to cover it up and stuff anyway. Witnesses don't say shit either, because then they have to admit to seeing a werewolf and people think they've gone crazy. These things, they make it much manageable. And other than that, I've had training from the army, which helps.
The army, wait. The army trained you how to murder and get off with it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I used to be in the army. I was captured as a werewolf and then trained in the army. It's a long story, and to be honest, I can't be arsed telling you. They're very good at telling you how to get away with shit. I want to tell you that I make a lot of effort about not getting caught, but I really don't. I seem to just get away with it or not, and I also kind of like it when things go wrong, because it always turns into the bestest adventures.
So, do you genuinely like killing? That's from the Joker, apparently.
Not really. I used to enjoy it, but nowadays I think of it as like creating art with just a different palette than others. I believe that society for humans is fucked, and that there are just too many of them.
I think there would be many people that would agree with you on that.
Thank you, Opera. I love to fuck up society's rules more than kill, to be honest. I like to take away from humans what they think are givens, like morals and fucking ethics, and reintroduce them to the realities of nature. Nature smashes apart human rights and niceties. I love to do that to the humans that surround me.
Are you religious? I know that's a bit of a strange question, but you believe in magic, so maybe the idea of God isn't too far-fetched. Christian D wants to ask that.
Christian D, his name's appropriate. I'm not religious at all. I don't think there's any huge guy who's sitting on a cloud wanting to help you or judge you for your actions. I think the only thing that you should believe in is yourself. And
that's a good topic, and that's nice to hear from you.
And if you believe in yourself, then nothing really else matters. I think that you've one life, and then there's nothing after that. People have just been conned and wasted their respective lives trying to meet God's needs. It really hurts me.
I kind of agree with you there, but anyway, moving on. Does silver hurt you? Cheskia? Send that one in. That's an odd name, girl.
The silver thing is all nonsense, and I've had werewolf hunters that have relied on it in the past, and they've been shocked about the results. Silver hurts me no more than it would a human. In fact, it kind of hurts me less, to be honest. I can survive silver weapons and things much better than a human would. I can take a lot of wounds before I die, and I heal really fast. And do you know what? I really prefer silver jewellery as well. I tend to think that gold is a bit too crass to wear myself.
Yeah, you've got to wear with the right things, thinking on it. I much prefer white gold myself, because it's like a little bit more expensive, but at least it looks Anyway, Jurgen has asked a very cute question. Have you ever loved?
Yes, I have loved 3 things in the world. I love things that I value, and to be honest, I don't value very much in this world at all. If I believe what I feel is love, then I have loved my posit Fen.
Oh, hi, Fen.
He means everything to me and has been my guide and my best friend since I can remember.
You good wolf, you good wolf.
I would stop that, please, Opera. Thank you. I love myself a lot. I've got very high self-esteem and believe that I am the most worthy being that has ever existed on this planet, except for one other. I loved Asa.
Who's that? What, you mean the supermarket?
Asa was my wife. I loved her so much that I ended up killing her to set her free from ever being used against me to cause me harm. That hurt. I'll forever fight those that caused me to kill her.
Okay. Travis asks, moving on, what are your strengths as a werewolf?
I always think that my first strength is that I have two synced minds, mine and Fen's, doing the thinking in the same body. When we are a great team, it's instead of being told hints and tips by Fen outside my body when I'm a human, I now have him so that he can take control when shit happens. I'm also super stronger. Do you know what? I once threw a pickup truck 400 yards in a hissy fit. I also seem to be stronger the angrier I am. Strength is certainly a huge physical advantage.
I guess that's like when people, you know, like the adrenaline starts kicking in, you know.
Yeah, some shit like that. Fen, my wolf soul, can live independently as well, so you know, I can see what he's seeing telepathically. This means I can use him to like follow others and find things out about them without actually being there myself. It's very useful to have a werewolf soul that can do that. It made my spy work in the government very easy to do.
I feel like that would be an interesting story that we can talk about later, maybe?
Maybe. General fitness, I never seem to get tired when doing any strenuous exercise. I can run all day at 40 miles per hour with no difficulty in my wolf form.
Wait. How do you know you can do 40 mile an hour?
Because I've measured it on GPS. I can cover so much ground and hunt things to exhaustion. I think that is one of my most significant strengths. Even as a human, I seem to have, you know, huge cardiovascular reserves.
I feel like fair enough.
Speed and reflexes. My reflexes as a human are absolutely ridiculous. I feel, you know, in my head sometimes that I can slow down time and react to things that happen around me. It just depends on the pressure of the situation. In one gun battle, right, believe it or not, I remember being able to dodge the bullets that had been fired at me.
Wait, you're not just talking about the Matrix, right?
No, I'm not talking about the Matrix. I seem to be able to slow down time to be able to do so. But yeah, if get caught unawares, then things happen so fast I don't have time to react.
So it doesn't always work, this slowing down.
No, sometimes I get caught. Weapons. I love to use my tools as weapons. They're awesome. My teeth and claws become sharpened tools for murder and destruction. They do eventually break, but that's okay because I have this special thing where I can transform back to a human and back to a werewolf and get brand new sharp sets to play with.
That would be like really good if you could market that to like the dentistry world, like poof, new teeth. Right, okay, so next question.
No, I've not finished yet. Damage proof. It really surprises me that my pelt can turn blades. It really can. The wiry outer hairs seem to stop edges from like meeting my skin and causing damage. It also blocks most low velocity bullets from getting too deep into my hide. My skin is also super tough to pierce and cut.
Wow, that's super interesting. So our next question.
No, I've not finished yet. Healing in my were and wolf form. I can heal so incredibly quickly. I can seal cuts in second, push out anything that has penetrated my hide, and can even regrow chunks that have been removed from me. The only damage that can kill me, apparently, according to Fen, my posit, is the destruction of my brain. If that is destroyed, then I will die. In that, I think he included like my head being removed. It's weird though because I've taken 2 bullets deep into my brain box and survived them, so it must take the actual destruction of my brain for it to do the damage. I'm not willing to try out that theory though.
Wait, so you have to get...
Wait, well, I've not finished.
No, I just want to know, like you said, the destruction of your brain. You can take bullets, that would destroy most brains. So, as in, you have to, I don't know, get squished by that 400-pound pickup truck.
I don't know, it's never happened. It's fucking magic. My senses are incredible. I can track and sense things that have left an area over the last few hours. I can smell in parts per million. Not always a good thing, I reassure you. My hearing is massively extended into higher and lower frequencies, which means I can hear things no human would ever hear. This can be a blessing and a curse, as you can imagine. A blessing because even the most silently moving human can be heard. A curse because of the other noises humans create that that does not bother them. The great news is that I can focus my hearing as well, so I can control the frequencies I hear, like a wolf or a werewolf. My ears are directional. Which
Wait. So can you move your ears now when you're a human? Like, yeah?
I'm a fucking human. Why would I be able to move my ears? I'll just carry on. I can use them to locate sound that's produced accurately. My eyes are much like humans, but I do see a few more wavelengths than you. I believe even as a wolf that I don't see in black and white as most animals see. I also have one of those shiny tapetum things behind my retina, making my nocturnal vision much keener. You know, I can almost see in the pitch blackness.
Okay.
I've not finished yet. Self-confidence, I am the best thing in the universe. And nothing can stop me because I'm a fucking werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Lifespan, I won't die until my posit decides to leave me. Sadly...
Unless you're squished.
Yeah. Sadly, I will always be in my mid-40s because that is the age of my posit in wolf years. That's a shame. I would have loved
dog
to...
years?
I think so. I would have loved to have been eternally 21, but hey, you can't have everything, huh?
So you were 21 when you transformed?
No, I literally, when I met my posit, I was months old. My first transformation was at the age of 12, but that's for a different set of stories.
Okay. So, are we done?
Yeah.
Finally. Okay, so moving on. We have our next set of questions. What are your weaknesses? Pacemaker has asked that.
I don't really have any apart from great artwork.
Wait, what? Really? Nothing can harm you?
Well, of course things can harm me. If you destroy my brain, I'm fucking dead. Also, do you know what? My overconfidence can be a huge weakness at times. It leads me into all sorts of trouble. Apart from that, I've got no real weaknesses, to be honest.
Okay. Next question. How does a human become a werewolf?
This is a frequently asked question. You have to be picked by one of the 74 posits out there. To be honest, they rarely become singles, so it's super unlikely.
Wait, why are there only 74 posits out there? What am I missing here?
Because there was only 74 wolves that died.
Oh, when the whole people and wolf thing happened, there was only...
Yeah, try and keep up, Opera.
Okay.
They also try to stick to the lineage of the original tribe of humans that they started as. So if you're not from that particular region of Russian, then it is pretty unlikely.
So you're descended from those Australians then?
I'm an exception to the rule.
Ooh.
This is a huge question that humans ask me all the time. There seems to be an awful lot of you that wish to be a werewolf for some reason. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fucking awesome.
Surely you can understand then why people would want this.
Yes, but it's impossible for them.
Are there any other werewolves that we might know? Is there any famous ones?
Well, if you've listened to my other videos and podcasts, you know, there are two very famous werewolves out there in the public domain. I mean, the werewolves in Surga are pretty well known in that area, but not very well known out of it. My most famous, I suppose, is Putin.
What, like Russia, crazy guy Putin?
Putin, you can probably see why he is and by who he is and what he is. He's a fucking monster. He's a werewolf.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Melania Trump is a werewolf too.
Fuck off.
No. If you think about it, she ran America into the ground when she was the first lady. And
not Trump.
Not Trump. She took one for the team there. She's a hot wolfie too. I mean, voracious in life and in the body. Me and her, I got to tell you, a few nights together that I'm telling you, Trump would fucking die during. The other werewolf I know is a little monster from South Africa. She was a proper rebel from a tribe and tried to travel away from her homeland as far as she could. She got to South Africa, which is quite a journey from Russia, and she's called Yolandi Visser. That's her stage name, and she's in a band called Diamphord or something. She's always up to her nose in controversy. She loves being a bit different and a trouble causer. Check them out if you've never listened to them. They're very different, and I believe some of you kids will think they are excellent.
I know exactly who you're on about. Baby's on fire.
Something like that.
You like them too, don't you?
Yes. Okay. If there are others, then I don't know them, or maybe I'm lying and I just can't be asked telling you, to be honest.
Okay, right, okay. So how about some non-werewolf related questions? Quick fire. I ask, you answer in like 5 seconds, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, you
no
good with that?
problem.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
quick fire. Favorite band?
Led Zeppelin.
Favorite movie?
Matilda.
Matilda? What? Really?
I thought these were quick fire
No,
questions.
come on, Matilda.
I like Danny DeVito in it. He makes me laugh.
Okay, I'll give you that. Right, okay. Scared to ask this one, but favorite food?
Mine's spaghetti bolognese. The posit loves lemon and sugar pancakes.
Oh, good choice, Ben.
Stop doing that.
Final question is a very important one for me personally. Are you gonna let me go after this interview?
Well, we are still role-playing, so why don't you get into the cage and we'll find out.
We're gonna continue last night, darling.
I think that might be a lot of fun.
Mm.
Brought to you in association with Grendel Press. This is Werewolf the Podcast, a serial killer drama.